Justin Schultz is about to return, giving the Penguins a healthy defensive core for the first time since early October, and just as that happens, we lose Olli Maatta long term. Now, before I give you guys my thoughts on Maatta's injury, let me touch up on Malkin's suspension real quick, because I did put a poll on Twitter, and it was pretty close, and I can't really make a video for Malkin tomorrow, because he'll be back from his suspension, so it makes no sense. So let me just quickly just include it in this video. So first, I just want to say I agree with the 1 game that he got. 1 to 2 games. 3 is the most I would have given him. And that's the most. Some people want him to get 10 to 20 games. That's way too much because he didn't hit him in the face. The motion of swinging the stick, in my opinion, is just the 1 game. If he connected with his face, that is where you get the 10 to 20 games. I've seen some people say if it was Tom Wilson, he would have gotten instantly 20 games. Well, yeah, because it's 2 different scenarios. Tom Wilson has gotten suspended like 4 times in a year. If he did it for the 5th time, they're not going to be as nice as they were to Malkin. No, they're not being nice to Malkin because he's a superstar. Look at what happened. He swung a stick. He didn't touch Michael Raffle. He just, I think, like grazed the helmet. The motion itself, like I said, is worth a suspension. He got the 5-minute penalty and that 1 game. That's fair. If he touches Michael Raffle, even on the arm, if it connects with Michael Raffle, that's a instantly at least a 5-game suspension. If it touches his arm, face, it's a 10+. But he didn't touch anyone, so everyone calm down. He got suspended for the motion. He's not going to get suspended for not touching Michael Raffle. I even tweeted what I'm about to say here, but it's kind of like when your brother or your little brother is annoying you. So for the 50th time, you told him to get out of your room, and you'll hit him with like one of those, and then you accidentally hit him in the face, and now he's on the floor crying. Your mom's in the room, and you're like, I do not want to do this, and you're in trouble. I know it's a stupid reason, but that's the best I can think of, because I don't think Malkin wanted to hit him. It was more of a, please get off me. I want to go to the bench for my line change. And, we know how emotional Malkin is. But I'm not defending this because it was a stupid play by Malkin. He put the Penguins win at risk. And he also put this game at risk, the Oilers game, because the Penguins need to win this, and we're not going to have any Malkin in this game. We're not going to have any Malkin tonight, but we're also not going to have any Olli Maatta for the next couple of weeks. He hit his shoulder in Philly, and he's going to be out week to week. And we'll be lucky at this point if he comes back by the playoffs. To start this off, I want to talk to the Maatta haters, the ones that are excited that he's not going to be playing because they don't like him and, because he's terrible or whatever. This is to you guys. I just want to say, you guys better watch out because you might have eaten your own words on this one, to the Maatta haters. Because you guys finally got what you wanted, Maatta out of the lineup. Congratulations. But now let me tell you what you're going to get. You're going to get 18 to 20 minutes of Jack Johnson. Chad Ruhwedel's going to come in the lineup now. This defense took a massive hit, and that's all with just Olli Maatta getting injured. So the guy that you guys wanted out of the lineup, and that's just to the Maatta haters. I know a lot of fans like Maatta, but this is just to the haters. You guys that wanted Maatta out of the lineup are going to realize how dumb you guys sound. I understand if you want him traded because you don't like his contract. You can make a debate there. But to think that he's all bad and all trash and being okay with him being injured, knowing that Jack Johnson is going to be playing like 4 to 5 more minutes than he usually plays, and he's terrible. So we're going to get 4 to 5 minutes of Jack Johnson being more terrible, and then Chad Ruhwedel also. I mean, no disrespect to Ruhwedel, but I'd rather have Olli Maatta and Jack Johnson playing less minutes. So what do the Penguins do now without Olli Maatta? Do they just ride what they have now, let Schultz come back, and hope that Maatta will be back before the playoffs? Or do they go make a trade for a defenseman to take Maatta's spot until he gets back? This reminds me of the Chicago Blackhawks in 2015. They lost Patrick Kane, and they were expected to lose him for about the 2nd round of the playoffs. What happens when you put a player on injured reserve? Their cap space comes off the books. So the $4 million that the Penguins are paying for Maatta is gone until he comes back. So they just cleared up $4 million. So they can go out and, they have flexibility to get a defenseman. And I actually got this question asked, and they're like, what happens when everyone gets back? Aren't you over the cap? Well, yes, but in the playoffs, the cap doesn't count. The salary cap is not there. The players play for free in the playoffs. So you could have Olli Maatta return, and let's say you acquire a guy who makes $4 million and have both of them in the lineup for that playoff run, and it won't matter because the salary cap isn't a thing in the playoffs, just like the Chicago Blackhawks did it in 2015 when they acquired Vermette and I believe Kimmo Timonen, and then got Patrick Kane back and had all of those guys playing in the lineup, and they ended up winning the Stanley Cup with all those guys. I'm not expecting them to make any trades, but that's just a cool little, something I observed. Are they going to take it? Because that's something Jim Rutherford would do. He does those loopholes to play around the cap, because all his life, all his teams he's had are always up against the cap. And, at this point, he's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. So if we don't make any trades for any defenseman, this is what I think the Penguins' defense pairings should be without Olli Maatta. Dumoulin and Letang on that top pair, I completely hate that they broke it up. I do not agree with Mike Sullivan on that one. I think they should keep it together. And now that there's no Maatta, definitely you should keep them together. So then the second pair, let's assume Schultz comes back. I'm going to put Schultz with Pettersson. Personally, I think that's a great fit. Ian Cole and Justin Schultz used to be our best pair in the 2017 Cup run. And for some reason, Pedersen just reminds me of a younger Ian Cole, and I think they could mesh well together, and we have a pretty good second pair. So that's what I would do. And we never really got the chance to see them together because Schultz been injured, and Pedersen wasn't here when Schultz was healthy. So I would really like to have them together. What I don't want is to put Johnson with Schultz, because that was the pair before Schultz got injured. And for the third pair, I would put Juuso Riikola with Jack Johnson. Well, actually, what I would do is put Riikola with Ruhwedel, but what they're going to do is put Jack Johnson in the lineup. He isn't getting healthy scratched anytime soon. So, yeah, that's what I would do for the defense. And I just want to mention, Juuso Riikola has been playing really, really well. And I was really devastated that he was going to be the healthy scratch when Schultz gets back. But now with Maatta being injured, he's not going anywhere. So that's the only, I guess you could say, positive about Maatta being injured, is that Riikola gets to stay in the lineup. So that's my defensive pairs, Dumoulin, Letang, Pedersen, Schultz, and Riikola with Johnson. Let me know what you would do, what would your combinations be, or if they make a trade, who would you want to come back in the trade for the Penguins. So that's going to wrap up the video. You guys got a two-parter, Maatta's injury and Malkin's suspension. Give me your thoughts on all that, and do you think the Penguins make any trades going forward? I will say this, I do think there is at least one more. Jim Rutherford isn't done, I don't think so. But yeah, so let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts on everything I talked about in the video. Do they make any trades? If they do, who would you like to see in a Penguins sweater? And as always, guys, speak to you in the next video. Thank you for watching.